Hi everyone and welcome to Bad Car Symptoms. The ground connection, also known as the negative connection on your car, is equally important as the positive one. It goes from the car's battery to the car's body and then to the engine. When there are problems with the ground connection, it can cause all kinds of freak electrical and electronic problems that cannot be pinpointed accurately. Also, it is one of the most overlooked causes of electric and electronic problems. This video will show you how to make a proper diagnosis and remove any doubt. The most efficient method is at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Bad car symptoms. First, we'll start with the simplest but least precise method of diagnosing. You can use a simple tester light, but this time you put the clip on the positive terminal and touch the ground connections with the tip of the tester. If the tester lights up, you have a ground connection. If it does not light up, there is a problem. This is not a very accurate method, as the ground connections will sometimes work without an electrical load and stop working under load. A good example would be that everything works when you turn on the ignition on your car, but everything shuts down when you try to crank the engine. Next, you can use the more precise multimeter. For cars, set the multimeter to 12 volts DC current. Take the tester probes of the multimeter, connect them to the battery, and then remember the value you get. Then take the probe from the negative terminal and check the ground connections on the body and the engine. If the value is the same as before, the ground connection is okay. If it's weaker or there isn't one, you have a bad ground connection. Again, this method is less accurate for the same reason as with the tester light. If you don't have any of these tools, you can simply take off and clean all of the ground connections. Also check if they are tightened. A loose connection will also cause problems. Start from the battery terminal, clean then the body connection, and finally the connection from the engine to the car body. Know that there are also multiple connections on the car body. They are usually located inside the passenger cabin. Know this also. The connection from the engine to the car body may be a big copper strap. You should be able to find it easily, but also there may not be any connection at all. On some cars, the engine may be grounded through the engine mounts. This method is the most labor-intensive one for diagnosing the problem, but if you see a loose or really dirty ground connection, it's definitely worth a try. Finally, the best and most accurate method is to use a jumper cable. Connect one clip of the cable to the minus battery terminal and the other to either the engine or to the car body. After connecting, try to see if the problem you have is gone. If you have a problem with weak cranking, for instance, try to crank the car. The jumper cable serves as a bypass in this case. You'll give full ground directly from the battery to the car body or engine, and this is also a good way to pinpoint the problem. For instance, you touch the body connection and the problem is gone. This means that some of the body connections are the problem. If you touch the engine and everything works, then the engine ground connection is the problem. If you don't have a jumper cable, you can use a thicker piece of wire. We would definitely recommend the jumper cable method for diagnosing a bad ground connection, mainly because it's the most reliable. Also, as we've mentioned, a bad ground connection can mimic various car problems like a bad battery, a bad starter, low alternator voltage, freak electronic problems, and else. Before giving lots of money on expensive repairs, try checking the ground connection first. It may be worth it. So that's it for this time. We hope the video helps. Please like and subscribe. It's a huge help for what we're doing. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.